Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. So today's video is going to be all about getting our house reset after a long and fun weekend. You guys, Easter was so great for us. I hope it was fun for y'all too. But kind of halfway through Easter Sunday, I started feeling sick and I ended up with a cold. So I'm just now getting around to cleaning up our house after a fun holiday weekend. So come along with me as I just get our house reset and cleaned. I'm going to clean up stuff that's just Easter leftovers, and then I'm going to give the main spaces of our house a refresh. I'm going to do a little bit of laundry. I'm going to share a laundry hack that I'm trying for the first time. So if that sounds good to you, if you're needing some good cleaning motivation, you are in the right spot. So let's get right into it. Okay, so what I'm doing here is going through our kids' Easter baskets. We had a lot of egg hunts this year, and so we just ended up with a ton of eggs. And my kids have gone through it already once, but I'm kind of going through. I'm going to keep some of the eggs so I can just reuse them again next year. I try to do that every year. But this time we ended up with so many, I'm not going to keep them all. I'm going to be throwing away some of them. So I will keep and reuse some and throw away some. And then I'm going to keep the candy for maybe a week or two. And then I'm going to put it up just because we have so much of it. And then we are always at sporting events. I have 4 kiddos and 3 of them play sports. And so I think I'm going to put some of this candy away in bags to take with us to games just so the siblings that are watching the games can have a little treat. I think that will be a good way to use some of this candy. But I'm glad to be getting this off my counter. So it's been sitting on my counter for the last couple of days while I've been sick and just too tired to clean, and the mess has really bothered me. So I'm happy to be getting this kind of situated. I do store their Easter baskets. We use the same ones every year. So I put those away in our hall closet. That's just where they go during the rest of the year. This is helpful. We actually use the same like baskets for trick-or-treating at Halloween as we do with Easter egg hunting at Easter. And so I like that we can use their little bags multiple for like multi-purpose. That's been helpful to me in just having to store one item with being able to use it for 2 different things. Okay, so once I get through with just cleaning up those items, I'm going to go ahead and tidy up our kitchen. My counters are really dirty, just from like making snacks or sandwiches and stuff on especially the island, and then not really cleaning it up afterwards just because I've been under the weather and just kind of wanting to lay back down. But if you are a mom, you know that there's really no sick days. We're kind of always on call. So I've still been cooking and that sort of thing. I just haven't really been cleaning as I normally do, kind of along. So this day is all about getting our house reset and back to normal now that I'm feeling a little bit better. And it always makes me feel better just to have a clean house, anyways. Right now, I've used just a multi-purpose cleaner to clean off the counters, but then there was some kind of grease staining on my cooktop, and when I have grease on that, like the multi-surface cleaner doesn't really cut it, so I use Spray Dawn on this afterwards, and that does cut the grease. That's been one of my favorite tricks lately, just to use that Spray Dawn. It really speeds up the process of getting my cooktop clean. I don't know, I just have an electric range, but I don't know if you could do that for a gas range, like on the grates or not. So if you have a gas range and you have tips on how to clean that, I would love to hear that. So if you want to share that in the comments below, please do share. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and vacuum up this space. I don't know if you guys celebrate Easter or if you have kids or grandkids that do Easter egg hunting, but we always buy these things called confetti eggs. We just get them at Walmart. But they are kind of like a soft shell egg that's filled up with confetti. And so we always play, like after our kids do an Easter egg hunt with our family, some of our, like my nieces attend, we always have kind of a confetti egg like war afterwards, and it's always really fun. But we end up with confetti everywhere. It's always stuck in my hair. And so there's confetti all over the floor of my kitchen. So I'm definitely going to be vacuuming that up. And then just the normal stuff like unloading the dishwasher, and then I have more dishes to load back in as well. So it's amazing how fast you can get behind on dishes. At least that's what it feels like for me. I'm sure every household's different, but with 4 kids and eating most of our meals at home, we go through so many dishes. So if I don't do dishes just even one day, I've got a ton to make up. So I'm just going to unload the dishwasher here and then reload it. And then my kitchen will be pretty much clean. Okay, so now that I have my sink cleaned out, I'm going to go ahead and use it as just an area to work on some stain removals. So my boys play baseball and they both wear white baseball pants, which I just feel like is just crazy to put these little boys in white baseball pants and then try to keep them clean for the whole season. I'm not very good at it. But anyways, these pants particularly, I have tried every trick that I know of to get them clean. And so I've already washed these pants, and then I had sprayed them with spray and wash and then washed them. We just used Tide pods in our washing machine, and they're still kind of stained and dingy. And so I'm trying a new hack. So after you wash them and you get most of the stuff out, you have them soak in a vinegar and baking soda mixture, just with warm water. But I also sprayed some Spray Dawn on them, trying to get some of the dirt and grass stains out of them. So I'm going to let these baseball pants soak in this mixture while I clean the rest of our kitchen. And then when I do my next load of laundry, I'm just going to throw them in again, and we'll see if we can get them any cleaner. Honestly, though, if I can't get them clean this time, I'm just going to let them be how they are. Little boys can have dingy baseball pants. That's fine with me. Okay, so I'm just getting around to picking up what I had worn for Easter Sunday church service. This is the dress I ended up wearing. It was so cold here on Easter Sunday, so I opted for this long sleeve dress. It's from Target. It's probably 2 years old, but I also had to get my like warmer, kind of winterish coat out too because it was so cold, and I just really dislike being cold. So, this is the dress I had wanted to wear. This like tank top long one, so cute, but it was too cold. I actually ended up having to wear these tall boots instead of cute spring sandals too. Just kind of shifting what I'm having to wear because of the weather. I did see a lot of people at church still kind of in their spring clothes, and I'm sure that they were freezing, but they looked really cute. Okay. Anyways, you guys know I love to make my bed every day. I feel like it's really important to being like successful through the day and for your whole house to feel clean when your bed is made. But I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time in probably 3 days that I am making my bed just because I've not felt well. So finally getting this bed made, already making me feel better. So all I'm gonna do left in this room to get it tidied and refreshed is vacuum. Somehow there's confetti from our Easter eggs in here too. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a good vacuum in this room before moving on to the next room. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get our laundry room tidied up. I feel so behind in here just because of being sick the last couple days. So really, I'm just gonna try to get the clean clothes out of here and move them out so I can get those folded. And then I'm gonna start one more load of laundry. Um, I I wore this big coat on Saturday. We had baseball games and it was cold here. And one of my kiddos kind of dropped their red sucker on my lap. And so I have some staining on this jacket that I'm going to try to get out. I've never washed it though. So I was checking just to make sure that I wasn't going to mess something up if I threw it in the wash. But we'll see if it comes out. I kind of have low expectations that it'll actually come out, but we'll see. And then I'm going to go ahead and do spray and wash on our uniform from Saturday. My son's pants have dirt and grass stains on them, and we'll see if I can just get them out by spray and wash. If not, I will go ahead and try the trick that I'm using on the other pair right now with the vinegar and baking soda. So we'll see. Um, I always feel good getting just a load of laundry going because I know that that will make me not behind for the next day. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this laundry now and then just tidy up this room before I move on. And then I think I'm just going to call it a day. There are other spaces in our house that I would like to clean, but my energy is still so low. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself a pass today and just kind of clean these main rooms and then save the bedrooms and bathrooms for another day when I'm feeling a little bit better. It has just been such an eventful last few weeks, and just even getting this amount of stuff cleaned on my house makes me feel a lot better. So if you are in one of those kind of seasons of life where you feel like you are burning the candle at both ends and just tired, maybe show yourself a little bit of grace and just clean what you can and then save the other stuff for the next day. Or maybe if you're busy at work, maybe over the weekend. But sometimes I feel like we just put so much pressure on ourselves to have a clean and perfect house. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of over that. And I'm more into just keeping the house as tidy as I can and then just giving myself grace on the rest. So I don't know. That's what I'm going to be doing. Okay, so we got our Easter cleaned up, our stuff from Easter cleaned up, and then the kitchen, the primary bedroom, and then the laundry room. And for me, I'm pretty happy with that. And then I'm going to save the rest of our house to clean probably tomorrow. Hopefully I will have more energy by then. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it motivating and encouraging, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great one. Bye.